What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So I'm bringing you this one right here, and I titled it this way for a reason. Um, Listen, look, we have a young lady by the name of Tezlyn Figaro, I think and believe, you know what I'm saying? So she had a panel and on Revolt and she had Michaela Montgomery on there, Young Jock, and a couple of other people, things like that. They were answering questions. They was talking about the debate, and what happened was it was a lot of aggression that came into the room and things like that. Definitely on Miss Fergo's part. So listen, look, she is a political consultant with high profile crisis management experience, federal and state campaigning experience. So yes, what was public relations and media. So yes, this young lady here is well. She knows how to deal with the public. She knows she is a public figure. She's a journalist, things like that. But I don't know, for some reason, she just was overboard with this situation. So we're going to dive off into this. It's going to be a lot of quarters, nickels, and dimes here, people. So let's do this now.
For those laptops, because I know it's gonna make the difference for those kids that you did that to. So people who are online, please just watch who you give, who you're trying to knock, and who you give respect to, because those are resources that you didn't have to do, but you did it because you've always been a real one. And so we, as a community, we appreciate you, and you should be, if anything, one of the first people to speak. Because when people aren't looking, you still working for us. And I do want to say this, and this is, I mean, Tez, I know you said one thing. You said, "Hey, you sitting next to a big dog. You sitting next to a big dog." But out of that whole stage right there, if Trump wins, only one of y'all going to the White House, and that's Michaela right there. And so we got to be honest.
Now, see, here's where it's about to go. Here's where it's about to go. This young man did speak the truth about the situation at hand. Of course, we know what Michaela did. If you've been watching anything, Michaela was the one that set up the situation at the Chick-fil-A, met Donald Trump there. She was on the campaign stage with Donald Trump when he did his campaign in Atlanta. So yes, here we go.
What up? We got to know. We have to know. No, what I'm saying is, hold on. Out of the whole crowd, only one person. Hold on, let me just.
Let's hear. See, there you go. He didn't understand. He triggered the shit out of her right then. He triggered the shit out of the big dog, allegedly. Allegedly, she's the big dog.
And this is why the black people, and when it comes down to
finish your comment, baby.
when it comes down to a divide,
focus on
when it comes down to a divide in our community, this is why, because we're talking about everybody being so politically correct instead of in 4 years, what are we going to get? You mentioned chaos. Black people have been in chaos way before this debate ever started. We're in chaos in the homeless shelters. We're in chaos when it comes to the Department of Labor. Right. We're in chaos. The fact that Jock has to bring out laptops for the kids because there's not enough resources in our community. Right. And so when we have a sister with a different opinion than ours, it's about giving that respect. The fact that...
Hold on, wait a minute. I got to... Wait, no, you're not... No, I'm going to stop you because you're going on and on. And this sister here is the one that invited this sister. So if I did not respect this sister, she wouldn't be sitting here, and you're going to put some respect on that. We're not going to sit up here. No, you can get frustrated and look down and all of that. Relax. Well, we got to make sure we're very clear. This platform was designed to bring this sister here. So if there was no respect for this sister, she wouldn't be here. So let's make sure we're using the right context, brother. I don't mind you making the point about one sister going. This is the only sister on this stage that want to go. So let's also make that clear, because I don't work in no White House. So I want to be clear about that. Everybody ain't trying to get a job in the White House.
And see, this is the thing we're talking about here. This is the attitude that we all grew up with as black men in the black culture and things like that. When not only black men, when other black women point out things and stuff like that that need to be talked about in certain ways, certain black women that have accolades and things like that, that have degrees and accomplishments. And I'm not trying to take this away from Miss Virgo, but all I'm saying is, though, when black women tend to have these degrees and things like that and these statuses, they use it, they kind of use it against everybody else. They don't use it to actually, they don't use it with grace. I'll put it that way. And that's the issue that a lot of black women don't understand. You need to use this with grace and dignity and things like that. What the young man was saying was definitely the truth. Now she's sitting there talking about that, she the big dog, stuff like that. It's no need for that type of language. There's no need for that type of tone. We're all supposed to be trying to figure things out and figure out actually what's best, not only just for society, but also for the Black community. These are all Black people up there trying to figure things out, trying to actually put in their 2 cents and things like that to make sure that we can find some type of equal ground on whether who to vote for or not to vote for, or what can we do. So yeah, that's the only thing. And it's the tone. Now, I know Black women like to sit around here and be like, well, men need to check their tone. Yeah, sometimes Black women need to check their tone too. Seriously. It's the tone in the situation. What they used to harass Kevin Sanders, it's your tone. It's your tone. Yeah, it's your tone, baby.
Else. You can continue, but let's not act like she's not respected, because she is. We just have a difference of opinion.
When people are yelling about who's a big dog,
I am a big dog.
And what I'm saying is,
I'm a big dog.
Out of this whole stage, only one person was standing on the stage with a presidential
and
candidate.
Only one person on this stage flipped Michigan, and only one person on this stage organized over 2,000 people every year. Only one person was the racial justice director for Bernie Sanders. Only one, because remember, you don't want to do resumes, because the sister already said she don't have no resume. So
see, there we go. There we go. Now, instead of actually up there working together, argument has ensued now, because egos are in the room. And when there's too many egos in the room, Black people tend to not do well with egos. And it's just the truth here. This is just the truth. Let's keep going. Watch this.
You might want to back that. Yeah, you did. You said you don't have like rest. Ain't but one sister the senior public policy advisor for Ben Crump. Let's go on to the next. Ain't but one sister signed the front of the check for 1,000 people. Oh, baby, I know you don't want to start doing the only sister. I know you don't want to start doing the only sister receipts, because ain't but one sister served the United States Air Force. Let's go on to the next person. I don't like the slight. I don't like the passive aggressive diss, because I run these receipts down. So let's go on, because ain't but one sister served this country on this here panel.
4 years from now, Black people have to decide what they're going to get at the end of the year.
See, here we go again. The gaslighting, the trying to diss the information that he's trying to tell. He's trying to talk some real legitimate shit here. We have a huge issue with our culture right now as Black people, and we're being replaced in mass numbers, low key. Now, these people that are coming over here, they haven't started just dropping babies on mass yet, but I'm telling you, we got a whole nother year and some change here. Some of them are already pregnant that have came over here. It only take 9 months. If you get it's more than a million migrants that are over here. If you get just let's say 500,000, female migrants that are about to drop a litter within the next year. Jesus Christ, come on now. Then think about the generation after that. Then come on, people. It's going to be a replacement here. And we're sitting around here arguing tit for tats and stuff like that. This man's trying to tell us, that we need to actually stop the rhetoric. Make sure we actually, stand by this sister. I know that's what he's saying, technically. Yeah, it is what it is. So we can have a link into the White House, at least for the next 4 years. Come on, people.
Because you're talking to a whole veteran,
and we're dealing with the disrespect right here. 4 years. What are Black people going to get at?
Because you heard us say she don't have the resume that I got. So go on to the next sister. I'm not gonna handle your passive aggressive distance, baby. I'll run these receipts down on you. I'll run these receipts down on you. You talking to a whole veteran. So baby, ain't nobody impressed about working in no White House.
Okay. If you're not so impressed about working in the White House, why are you so angry? Listen, look at this. Look at this. Now, I know if any Black men are listening to me, y'all have seen this face before. You grew up in the Black community. We've seen this face before. This is ridiculous here. and she's the host of a panel. She needs to calm her ass down. Nothing is getting solved here. No solutions are getting put on the table. The questions are not being answered properly, because big dogs need to talk about accolades. The shit is crazy. And it makes no honest to God sense. And it's time out for these types of situations right here, because we're not getting anywhere with this type of attitude from anybody.
I done turned it down. Ain't but one sister on here that on Fox News. Ain't but one that do 100 hits on Fox News. They don't call this sister, they call me. They call me. How many you do a year? How many do you do a year?
I literally done 30 in the
Baby, I do 100 every year.
And I said what I
do 100 per year. I do 100 per year.
And I just came on the scene.
I'm a big dog.
By the end of the year, maybe I'll be there.
I love my sister, but you're not going to divide.
You can't deny
the real thing is going to be, we need to really talk about black people in 4 years. What are we going to get in 4 years? Let's not talk about the criminal. Let's not talk about the charges. 4 years. What is Harris promising black people in 4 years?
That was a valid question.
Let's get the next person up.
Yes, Michaela, that was a valid question. I gotta sound it off. Sorry. I'm trying to ease up off the soundboard a little bit in my videos, guys. I really am. But yes, man, wow. Yeah, it is what it is. That's a valid question. He's trying to present the question of what are we going to get in 4 years here? What is Trump going to promise us? What is Kamala promising us? What are we, it's like we're trying to be honest with you, and I can see it and I understand. Most black people, we're trying to wake up here. And the thing of it is, we have individuals that are trying to keep us asleep. And we're tired of sleeping. We've overslept. That's the whole point, okay? We as a culture of black people, we've overslept. So we have to wake up now. We have no choice, okay? Because it's our bodies won't even allow us to stay asleep any longer. We have too much rest. We've had too much rest. We can't go back to sleep.
I understand what.
Yeah, don't ever do that with me though. Don't ever do that with me. You'll get your friend embarrassed. Play with your little friends.
I would never be embarrassed.
Yeah, I just want to speak to the people in the Christian community as a Christian.
Okay. They're diving off into something else here, but this is what I really wanted to present to you guys. That particular argument right there, that particular situation, and things like that. And it was totally a whole disrespectful situation. That young man was just trying to ask a legitimate question about what we're going to get. She couldn't let him get it out because of the ego, and she has all these accolades, and she's been in the army. She's done. Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you for serving. We're not trying to diminish what you've done or what you have achieved and things like that. But this is the point right here. We're sick of talking about things like that. We're trying to talk about what's needed and what we need to get for our community and things like that, so we could actually go ahead on and bump up, because we're tired of sleeping out here. Seriously.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
We're tired of sleeping. We've overslept. We've slept through so many alarm clocks till it doesn't even make any sense anymore. The alarm clock is broken now because we've slept through so many alarms ringing. And we're finally starting to wake up with a broken alarm clock, and we're staggering out of this fucking slumber. And we're still having individuals with this mindset worried about accolades and how many people she gathers and this and that and woo-to-woo and, all out the side of her damn neck, instead of listening and letting people speak and get off the words that they need to ask. I mean, the questions that they need to ask and things like that. Man, this is crazy out here. Man, Jesus Christ. This is crazy.
You can't make this shit up.
No, you can't make this shit up, but it is what it is though, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers out there. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.
We'll talk about that some other time.
No, I want to talk about it now.
Fred, I said we'll talk about that some other time.
You don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Don't you point your finger at my nose, Fred Sanford.
I'll point my finger at your nose, and I'll point my foot somewhere else.